Did you know that YouTube was the first social media platform to invent dark mode? Now you might be thinking, wasn't it Twitter? You know, Twitter, since like forever, has had the dark mode or the like dark blue mode. I believe it's called the dim mode, where it turns everything blue. And they've had that since 2016. So how the heck could YouTube have had dark mode since before 2016? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you that YouTube introduced dark mode in 2011, which is 5 years before Twitter did. So let's look into it. So I was going through some old Wayback Machine screenshots of me at the zoo, the first video on YouTube, and I stumbled upon somehow one day in 2011 that had a weird switch up here. You see that? It looks like a light switch. So what is this from? Well, March 27th, 2011 or 26th, it depends on your time zone. Basically, this screenshot was saved during Earth Hour 2011. So this switch here, if you click on it, it says turn out the lights for Earth Hour, and this is what happens if you click on it. It turns out the lights. All the white on the screen goes completely black. This is dark mode before there ever was a dark mode, even on Twitter. So that's pretty crazy because YouTube didn't actually officially have a real dark mode until years later. Like, I'm looking into it, like there's videos as early as 2019 that shows dark mode on YouTube, and I think it was officially fully released like the year later. So 2019, 2020 is when YouTube finally pushed out dark mode, and it's not even fully black, like it's dark gray, right? But in this capture, for Earth Hour, to conserve light and power, it was a little Easter egg on YouTube that would turn the page completely black. And honestly, I prefer this version of dark mode. It's way better than what we got right now, completely black. Like, don't get me wrong, dark gray versus black, there's not really a big difference, but it's still pretty, I don't know, it just looks better to me. Like, if you look at the YouTube logo, there's this sort of light bulb here that when it's on, it's glowing, and when it's off, it goes dark. That was just something cool for Earth Hour. Earth Hour. One person has the power to make a change. And the YouTube logo also goes a bit darker red as well, so that's interesting. Now I remember in elementary school, we would have Earth Hour like every year or whatever, and basically just for an hour, you turn off all your lights. Help save the Earth, conserve power, and so that's what this was. So it is interesting how I randomly stumbled upon one day of the year where this would have been on YouTube. Now, going over the history of dark mode, social media platforms didn't really have it. Twitter introduced it, like I said, in 2017, and then they finally released the dark mode to desktop, I think a few years later. Like I see 2017, so Twitter was the earliest to have this, and they eventually got the lights out mode where it's completely black. Instagram was the latest for this crap. I remember that. I was making a video, when will Instagram have dark mode, because I was so annoyed that it didn't. And then I believe 2020 or 2021. In between there, like early this year, 2021 is when we finally got dark mode for Instagram. Like, it was out for some people, but not for everyone. But now it's fully finally out, thank God, because I hate flashbang web pages. Even Google should have a dark mode, which I think it does, actually. At least on mobile, I've seen it. I'm pretty sure there's a desktop version. But then, yeah, YouTube 2019 and 2020, except really, the first time YouTube ever programmed something related to dark mode was 2011, so how special is that? We're looking at an old YouTube Easter egg that was only around for a day, that was forgotten for forever until now. So yeah, YouTube, you had dark mode. Why did you get rid of it? If this switch was still there, it would have been better. So yeah, that is how YouTube invented dark mode before anyone else. If you enjoyed that, want to see more, click subscribe for more weird, crazy YouTube facts like this. YouTube did it first. You can frig off Twitter. Anyway, thank you for watching, and of course, fly on.